Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to a very strong, very well rounded. We are going to work on every part of the body. Power yoga class, strength oriented and flexibility oriented. We are going to be having the most beautiful view. You can see behind me the Griffith Observatory. This is Griffith Park, and it's truly gorgeous. We are above the city of LA, and pretty much we can see the city without being in the city, and we have basically a bird view of the city. And we are going to start today with a moment of intention setting. You can bring your hands over your heart, and I will read a few quotes to you. Live simply, love generously, speak truthfully, breathe deeply, do your best, leave everything else to the powers above you. And the second quote is, fear doesn't exist anywhere except in your mind. It is difficult to follow your heart, but it's a tragedy to let the lies of fear stop you. And this class will be dedicated to our latest challenge of letting go. Regardless of how you're approaching this challenge, are you letting go of the smallest, tiniest little details about your everyday life or a bigger situation in your life? It doesn't matter. It's the energy of understanding your own capacity to let go of the ways you hold on to things, or to let go of the ways you are attached to things. Letting go does not mean quitting, and letting go does not mean you need to change who you are. Letting go simply implies growth, becoming more of who you already are. Letting go is the acceptance of the fact that fundamentally your essence is divine. You are pure perfection. Letting go is just allowing yourself to strip down all the veils that hide that perfection, that prevent you from expressing your pure divine perfection. Letting go is allowing you, in essence, to grow to whom you really are, to become more of who you really are. Letting go is the ability to be fearless. And let's begin. Hands over the heart, deepening the breath, extending the tailbone down, feet rooting into the ground. Inhale your hands over your head, lift, reaching into the skies. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and bend over to your right. Side bend, changing sides. Opening the rib cage. Back to center, lift. Exhale, hands on the ground. Easy. Ease into your first forward bend. And let's bring the left hand on the ground. Right arm reaches up. Bend one or both knees. Reach ahead of you towards the front of the room. Exhale, hand on the floor. Switch. Left hand up and forward. Palm of the hand down. Exhale, down. And step into plank. extending the tailbone towards the heels, belly in, strong shoulders. Press the heels back. Engage your inner thighs, your quadriceps. And here we will do knee to elbow or knee to tricep push-ups or Spider-Man push-ups, 10 of them. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, strong belly, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Step it back. Press back in downward facing dog. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers open, take the right leg up. Open the right hip on top of the left. Open the knee, bend the knee. Drop the foot behind you. Lifting through the knee here. Look ahead of you. Bring the right knee to the right triceps and back to one-legged dog. 2, knee to triceps. 3, knee to triceps in plank. 4, 5, one-legged down dog, and step the right foot between your hands, come up, high lunge. And reach over to your right side. Reach ahead of you, left hand on the ground, right arm reaches up, twist. Keep your right knee in. And transition into side plank, left hand on the ground. We'll touch the toes in front of us 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And changing the feet, now we're going to bring the left foot to the right hand 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can reach up and over the head and press back into plank. Lower down onto your belly, cobra. And lower down, press yourself up all the way into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, open the left hip over the right, bend the knee, drop the foot behind you, project through your knee. Feel your obliques, your core stretching, your hips stretching. And stay in your downward facing dog. Here I had to stop and I'm going to leave this in the class because when I was in downward facing dog I realized that the view looks completely different from just when you look at things from the upright perspective. So this is a reminder to just look at situations from kind of a more romantic or more poetic or more artistic point of view, or more unusual upside down point of view. And appreciating your moment your place, your space. Keep opening the knee, and now bring your left knee to your left elbow. 1, 2, and pressing all the way back into down dog. 3, 4, 5, and back. And step the left foot between the hands, come up, high lunge. And reach over to your left, grabbing the right wrist. And let's reach in front of us, right hand on the floor, twist. Transition into side plank, right hand on the floor. Left foot to left hand 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping the hips high. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And changing sides. 1, 2, 3, right foot to left hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach ahead of you towards the front of the room, really lengthen. And let's bring both hands on the floor. Plank, strong core. Bring your right foot across from your body and do push up with your right knee going towards your left elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, strong triceps. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back into downward facing dog. And wave-like motion to King's Cobra or upward facing dog. Drop the shoulders back and down. Back to downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open. Inhale the right leg up. Come into plank and press your right heel up 10 times, using the back of your leg, your glutes, lower back, hamstrings. And now we'll tuck the knee in 10 times, knee tucks in plank. Keeping the belly strong. Step it back down, lower down onto your belly. Cobra, elbows in, drop the shoulders back and down, tuck the tailbone under. Lengthen the back of your neck. Lower down, tuck your toes under. Press yourself up in one straight line. Take the left leg up and kick your heel up 10 times. Really using the back of your body. Strong heel, strong leg. 10 knee tucks. Left knee between the elbows. And lower down onto your belly. Cobra. Really opening the chest, freeing the space around the neck. Let's bring the hands underneath the forehead, laying down onto your belly. Great, open the arms out and we're gonna go for scorpion pose. Right foot aims for the left hand, left foot for the right hand. This is one of those chiropractic adjustments. A few more of those. 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like the tail of the scorpion. 10. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Prepare to press yourself up into one straight line and back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands and come up, high lunge. Twist over to one side, over to your right. Hands in prayer. Twist left elbow on the outside of the right knee, open the chest. Free the space around your midsection, your obliques. And clasp underneath. Great. Step at the front of your mat, holding your clasp, and begin to come up standing onto your left foot. Hands still clasping, twist still happening, straightening the right leg. Look behind you. Reversing this movement and step back into a twisting high lunge with a clasp. Back to hands in prayer. And you can open your hands and reach up to the skies and even open the chest up towards the sky. Release the hands on the inside of the right foot. Lower the left knee on the ground, stretching here. Breathe into your quadriceps, hip flexor. Lower onto your elbows if your body needs this. Always check in with your body. Great. From here, bring your right shoulder underneath your right knee. Arm balance. Lifting the legs all the way up and back into chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the left leg up. Bring the left foot between the hands and come up, high lunge. Clasping over the head and reaching over to your left side bend. Back to center, hands over the heart, twist. Look over the left shoulder. Spacious around the midsection. Deepen the twist by bringing one hand on the ground and then possibly clasping behind you. Look ahead of you, step your back foot in, come up standing onto the right leg, holding the left leg into your clasp. Straighten your left leg, twist and look back behind you. slowly reversing the movement, stepping back down and all the way back to a clasping twist lunge. You can let the clasp go, hands in prayer. Open the chest up towards the sky. Hands on the inside of the left knee. Lower the right knee on the ground. Lower the elbows, maybe on the ground. Either stay here or prepare for an arm balance. Left shoulder underneath the left knee, lifting the legs up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And knees on the ground. Lower the chest towards the ground for a back bend. Hips over the knees. Great. Let's bring the right shoulder on the ground, treading the right hand underneath the left for a shoulder stretch, back stretch, neck stretch. Changing sides. Left shoulder on the ground, left hand reaching underneath. Looking up here, back of the head on the ground, and coming out of this. Back to plank, elbow plank, forearms on the ground. And we'll be bringing the right knee to the right upper arm, then left to left upper arm 10 times. Alternating 1, 2, 3, 4, belly strong, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press the hips high. Dolphin pose. And come up onto your hands, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open, plank. Forearm plank again to plank. Forearm plank to plank, keep moving. Forearm to hands, forearm plank to plank, forearms 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 to plank. Lower the knees on the ground. One more time, extended puppy pose or heart to earth pose, stretching the back, opening the heart, hips over the knees. Coming out of this, back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands, drop the back heel down, come up warrior 1, hips facing forward. Hands over the heart, open into warrior 2, opening that left hip, externally rotating, pressing into the outer edge of the left foot. Reverse the warrior, left hand walks down the left foot. Lengthen the sides. And you can wrap your left hand back and around to grab your right inner thigh. Straightening both legs, reach a little higher. And now coming out of this, reach way ahead of you, still wrapping the left hand back and around, triangle pose. Lower the right hand down the right leg, on the shin bone, on the foot, on the floor, and open that left side of the body up. Reach way ahead of you. With the left hand, both hands reaching ahead of you, belly strong. Coming back up, warrior two. Side angle, right hand on the inside of the right foot. Reach with the left arm up and over the head. Turn the palm of the hand down. And you can clasp under here, keeping the core strong. Peeling the ribcage off of the right thigh. Release. Right hand on the floor. Let's bring both hands on the floor and straighten the legs. Revolving triangle, left hand on the floor, twist here, bring the right arm up and forward. Exhale, both hands down, stretching intense side stretch, just over the right thigh. Square the hips. Great. From here, transition into revolving half moon, left hand on the floor in front of the right foot. Right arm comes up, left heel presses up. And step both feet at the front of your mat, forward bend. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing, clasp. Hands over the heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving down, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you. Step back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Warrior one. Hips facing forward. Hands over the heart. Open into warrior two. Sink a little deeper. Right foot, outer edge of the right foot, pressing down, lifting the arches of the feet, relaxing the shoulders. Reversing the warrior, walk the right hand down the right leg. Keep the left knee bent and really reach back. And wrap the right hand back and around to grab the left inner thigh. Reaching, lengthening the sides of the body. Straighten both knees and keep reaching here back, lengthening. Great, keep the wrap around and reach way ahead of you, preparing for a triangle. Lower the left hand down, either on the shin bone or on the floor. Keep the right arm wrapped back and around. Now release the right arm and reach way ahead of you, lengthening the top and bottom side of the body, left and right side. Reach way ahead of you with both hands now. Strong core, come up, warrior two. Reaching forward, left hand on the inside of the left foot, side angle. And you can clasp behind, optional. If you cannot clasp, just stay in side angle. Release. Both hands on the floor. Square your hips. Revolving triangle. Straightening the legs. Right hand on the floor. Left arm is reaching up. Twist. Lengthen through the crown of the head, reach ahead of you with your left hand, and now bring both hands on the floor, on your shin bone. Intense side stretch, stretching the hamstrings, letting go of the ways you hold your body. Great. From here, transitioning into revolving half moon, right hand on the floor, left arm comes up, right leg comes up, parallel to the floor, flex the foot, point the toes down. Step both legs at the front of your mat, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you and come up to standing, reaching over the head. Side bends, right and left. Explore the areas of stagnation. Bring blood into those areas by stretching. Hands over the heart. Chair pose. Forward bend with the knees bent. Clasp your hands behind you and press your hands away from your back. Come up and holding the clasp, open the right shoulder up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Change sides. Left shoulder opens up, lengthen through the crown of your head. Back to center, knees bent, release the hands on the floor. Step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Pressing the hips as high as you can. Inhale the right leg up. Square the hips. Step the right foot between the hands. Warrior one. Coming up, reaching over the head. Hands over the heart. And open into warrior two. Making sure to always align your right knee over the right ankle. And let's bring the hands over the head, straighten both legs, and clasp your hands, feet parallel to each other. Forward bend, wide-legged forward bend, straight back. Hands underneath the shoulders, walk to the back. Warrior two, left knee leading, facing the back of your room. Holding a strong warrior two. Straightening the legs, hands behind the head, plie squat, feet opening out. Hands over the heart, knees pressing back. Right elbow to right knee, reach up and over the head and change sides. Hands over the knees, twist, look over the right shoulder. Back to center, twist to the opposite side. Get into the back muscles twisting and relieving tension in the spine. And straighten the legs, bend the right knee, reach over to the right, bend the left knee, reach over to the left. Change side, side lunge, and we'll continue left side, side lunge, right side, side lunge, left side, side lunge. Keep the back straight, right, left, keep the knee back, Right, keep the knee back. Left, hands on the ground, stretching, and now stretching the opposites a few times, stretching the inner thigh here, bending one knee and straightening one leg. Straight back, always pay attention to your form, to your feet alignment as well. A few more of those. Keep bending side to side. Now, this time you're going to stretch the inner thigh a little deeper by flexing your foot and pulling the toes back in towards you. One more time, stretch and flex the foot. Stretch, flex the foot. Straighten both legs, forward bend, grab your ankles. Walk the hands to the front of the room, plank, lower onto your belly, upward facing dog, and child's pose. And child's pose is another opportunity to let go of effort, let go of forcing, let go of holding yourself and allowing it to just be, whatever it is, flowing with it, yielding. Softening. Hands over the head, coming up, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands. Warrior one. Hips facing forward. Extending the tailbone down. Warrior two. Open the hips. Soften the shoulder, letting go of tension in the shoulders. Letting go of tension in the neck. Clasp the hands behind you, soften the shoulders, side angle with the hands clasping behind you here. Obliques working. And from here, look down, come standing onto your right leg. Warrior three with the hands still clasping. And slowly begin to lower down into standing half splits with the hands still clasping. Letting go of fear and tension. Slowly coming up, hands still clasping. And slowly transition from here, standing onto your right leg, bring the left ankle above the right knee, bend the right knee, hands in prayer, left elbow on the inside of the left foot, twist here. And you can bring both hands on the floor, left foot on the left upper triceps, arm balance. I know you guys love this one. And slowly coming out of this, back Do a twist prayer in chair, one-legged chair. Slowly, hands in prayer, grab your foot into your right inner elbow and come up to standing. Transition into warrior three from here. Hands on the ground, jump back chaturanga, upward facing dog. Chaturanga, exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Come up, warrior one. Hips facing forward. And let's open into warrior two, sink a little deeper here. Left knee facing, pointing directly forward. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. Externally rotating the right hip. Softening the gaze. Clasp the hands behind you, soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Side angle with the hands clasping behind you, opening the rib cage, right rib cage. Great, look down and take a few steps to come into standing onto your left foot, warrior three. Hands clasping behind you. Balance the hips, hips level with the floor. And begin to transition into standing half splits. If you lose it, come back to it. And slowly coming up to standing on the left leg. Right ankle above the left knee. Sit back, chair, hands over the heart. Right elbow on the inside of the right foot. Twist, soften your belly. Bring the hands down. Walk your right foot as high up onto your triceps as you can and lift the left leg off the floor. Back to your chair. And let's bring the right foot into the left inner elbow, come up to standing. Holding your shin bone, great. Let it go, warrior three. Hands over the heart. And bring your hands on the floor, jumping to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands, come up. Warrior one, hands over the heart, warrior two. Clasp the hands behind you, side angle with a clasp, bending the back knee and transition into half moon with the hands clasping behind you, stacking the hips on top of each other, shoulders on top of each other. Take your time if you must. Pressing the hands away from your back, trying to find balance. Again, letting go of fear, letting go of expectations. Hips stacking on top of each other. Great. Bring your hands on the floor and we'll square the hips and we'll pulse the left leg out 10 times. Hip strengthening. Pulses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold and press the leg back, jump back, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Take the left leg up, step the left foot between the hands, come up, warrior 1, open into warrior 2. Clasp the hands behind you, soften the shoulders, side angle, slowly transition into half moon with the hands clasping behind you. Find that balance. I was standing on a really rocky floor, but I still decided to do balancing exercises. It is a nice challenge. And stack the hips on top of each other, shoulders on top of each other, flex the foot. Great. Bring the hands on the floor and let's go for 10 hip pulses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and jump back, chaturanga, plank, upward dog, child's pose, palms of the hands facing each other. Look ahead of you, coming up, tuck your toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, come up, warrior 1, warrior 2. Reach way ahead of you, half moon, right hand in front of the right foot, left hip on top of the right hip. See if you can grab your left foot with your left hand behind you. And I'm having a hard time balancing, but I keep going. So you keep going regardless of if you're having an easy time balancing or a hard time balancing. And coming back to warrior 2. I'm practically standing on holes, but it's fun. And reverse the warrior 2. Reaching up and over the head, left hand down the left leg. Great. Exhale, both hands on the floor, right shoulder underneath the right knee, head underneath the right knee. And Let's bring the forearms on the floor. Either hold here or you can go into splits if you're there, if your body is there. Otherwise, hold the previous stretch, coming up, opening the chest, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, step the left foot between the hands, come up, warrior one. Hands over the heart, warrior two. Transition into half moon, left hand on the ground in front of the left foot, hips on top of each other, flexing the left foot, shoulders on top of each other. Try to look to the side or up if you can. And bend the left knee, grab your left foot behind you. Even when you're standing on a very uneven surface, it's still a great exercise to try to balance, because it's a balance of steadying the mind, becoming more steady in your breath. It doesn't matter if we stick the pose, really the pose is not of any importance. And back to warrior two. Reverse the warrior, walk the right hand down the right leg. The way I measure a yoga class is not how good the poses were or anything like that. It was how good the flow felt. Hands on the ground, bring your left shoulder underneath the left knee, head underneath the knee, opening the hamstrings. And take any variation here of splits, whatever feels good in your body. You don't have to go into full splits, but if you are there, then go into full splits. Tuck your toes under, press back, step back in downward facing dog. And let's bring the knees on the ground. Extended puppy pose or child's pose with the knees wide. Slowly pressing back into downward facing dog. Right leg comes up. Step the right leg between the hands, come up, warrior one. Hands over the heart. Straighten both legs, square the hips. Right hand on the right hip, reach with your left hand ahead of you. And bring the left hand somewhere on the floor in front of you, revolving. Half moon pose. Flex your back foot. See if you can grab your back foot with your right hand. Right hand to left foot. Still twisting here. And back. Two hands on the floor. Feet on the floor. Hips square. Extended side stretch. Intense side stretch. And let's bring the hands on the ground by the foot. Trade your left foot in front of you over the ground and back into intense side stretch. And step back, one-legged down dog, right leg lifting. Step it down, left leg lifting. Step the left foot between the hands. Warrior one. Level the hips. Square the hips. And straighten the legs. Reach way ahead of you with your right hand. And transition into revolving half moon. Hips square and level. And see if you can grab your foot behind you with your left hand, right foot. Great. Hands on the ground by your left foot and step back. Square the hips, straighten the legs, intense side stretch, chest over the left leg, stretching here. Great. Bring your hands on the ground, thread your right foot underneath, hovering over the floor and back. Back into one-legged down dog, and let's bring the right shin bone, right leg down on the floor for pigeon. Prepare yourself, set yourself for a comfortable pigeon and stay here contemplating our intention for this practice, which is letting go. Whatever level of letting go you're choosing to work on, if it's your breath, letting go of the tension in your breath, work on that. If it's letting go of tension in your body, in your jaw, in your muscles, work on that. If it's a deeper intention of letting go of something, some of your habits or something in your day-to-day life, contemplate that. Work with your breath. If it's something deeper than that, if it's something about an ingrained quality in you, something harder to work on, start contemplating it. It may take years. It will take years. I find that one of the very important things to let go of is letting go of pettiness, of petty emotion, of petty ways of relating to others. I find one of the most liberating and happiness providing things is to just let go of petty emotion. Great. Slowly coming up. Open the chest. Bring the left leg in front of you. Stacking the shin bones on top of each other, ankle over the knee. Hold here. Breathe into your hips. Again, letting go of tension in the hips. You can bend a little deeper if your body allows you to go deeper, otherwise stay upright. Great. From here, bring your left knee behind your left shoulder, right hand to left foot, and straighten the leg. And you can go into an arm balance, feet clasping, then treading the right knee behind you and all the way back into an arm balance. And chaturanga, cobra, downward facing dog, pigeon on the left side. Find a really comfortable place for your pigeon, hips level with the floor, and breathe. Again, breathing out stagnation, breathing out patterns, breathing out stuckness, letting go of stuckness, letting go of tension, letting go of pain. We hold a lot of pain in the hips, a lot of emotional trauma in the hips. It's our first and second chakra, our stability and safety on this planet, our stability and safety on earth. So we allow this area to get damaged, to get stagnant, to get imbalanced. Allow the stagnation to resolve. To dissolve, so that clean energy can start circulating through the area. Slowly coming up, open the chest. Bring the right leg back and around, stacking the shin bones on top of each other. Flex the feet. Maybe bend forward. And slowly coming back up. And let's bring the right knee behind the right shoulder and straighten the leg, left hand to right foot. Ah, what a joyous stretch. It really gets to stretch the torso. Excellent. And you can go into an arm balance here, feet wrapping around each other. You can thread the left leg underneath you. And here we have a blooper that I will leave in the class, and maybe I will maybe make a separate video from it as a blooper. It's pretty funny. Face planking on the ground, but this is the most perfect class, as we all tend to be imperfectly perfect. So I will leave this class with all its imperfections. I remember that I walked away from the class as if I was stepping on clouds. So that was the feeling of the class. And I'm going for it again. I don't know if I'll do it. Let's see how I do this time. Threading underneath. Okay, a little better. And chaturanga, upward facing dog, and back into child's pose. Maybe we can start practicing this pose again then. Great. And let's come into a seated, letting go of what we did and what we didn't do, letting it go, and going into a forward bend. Grab your right foot and bring it up towards your nose and towards your chest. And let's bring the right foot on the outside of the left knee, twist left elbow on the outside of the right knee. You can grab your foot here too. Flex the opposite foot. Half lotus, right foot over the left inner thigh, forward bend. Inhale, coming up, bending the left knee here. Wrap your left arm around your left knee and clasp behind, forward bend. Coming back up, changing sides, and let's go into forward bend one more time. Grab your left foot, bring your left leg in towards your chin, towards your chest. Bend the left knee, left foot on the outside of the right knee. Bring your right elbow on the outside of the left knee, twist. Flex the opposite foot. Half lotus. Inhale, reach over the head, exhale, forward bend. Slowly coming up, bend the right knee here, reach with your right hand, wrap it around your right leg and clasp behind, bending forward. And let's come into a seated easy pose, cross-legged pose or full lotus. Hands over the knees, palms of the hands facing directly up and forward. And stay here for the next few moments, allowing everything to dissolve and allowing yourself to contemplate, letting go of everything that is not serving you, and allowing yourself to realize what yoga teaches us, that happiness, joy, freedom, completeness are all within us. It is all within. Your capacity to love is an inner quality. It's something you have within yourself. And I will leave you with one more quote for the day, for the class. A quote on letting go again. To let go isn't to forget, not to think about or ignore. It doesn't leave feelings of anger, jealousy, or regret. Letting go isn't about winning or losing. It's not about pride, and it's not about how you appear, and it's not obsessing or dwelling on the past. Letting go isn't blocking memories or thinking sad thoughts, and doesn't leave emptiness, hurt, or sadness. It's not about giving in or giving up. Letting go isn't about loss, and it's not about defeat. To let go is to cherish the memories, but to overcome and move on. It is having an open mind, confidence in the future. Letting go is learning and experiencing and growing. To let go is to be thankful for the experiences that made you laugh, made you cry, and made you grow. It's about all that you have, all that you had, and all that you will soon gain. Letting go is having the courage to accept change and the strength to keep moving. Letting go is growing up. Namaste.